Hi everybody, this is Callie with Jemminz, and I have a lot of things going on today, but today we're going to soap. And I've held off doing my toddler soaps like I said in my previous videos because I did not get my molds in yet. But that's okay. The recipe's done, everything's ready to go. I just have to get those last little molds in and then we can do it. I'm hoping to do them next week. Fingers crossed I get them done because I've been working so hard to get them done. So today we're going to do a new soap. I'm going to list up on my website, www.jemminz.com. I have the link down below, so click it and go on and you can now start buying my soaps, which I'm super excited about. I'm so glad to be online finally. Look at my previous video over the weekend. I spent pretty much a good portion, I'd say 3/4 of my weekend getting that website done and up, and now you can purchase those products. I have both soaps and bath bombs, both, and the bath bombs are in limited edition because I'm discontinuing them. So I have a new soap mold cold coming to me. It should be here this week, I hope. I'm still waiting for it. It's been 2 weeks, but that's okay. That happens. And when I get that in, I will start doing some new bath bombs and some really cool designs. I'm so excited to get this bath bomb in. It's really awesome. And I will do a full demo on that and do a product review on it because after what I've read and what I've seen, I really want to do this because it looks really cool. And I hope I can help you guys make better bath bombs. I'll go into it another time. So let's get back to soaping. Okay, so I just did my oils here. They're really hot. They're still at 140-degree temperature and I need to bring them down. So we're going to let this cool down really quick. And the fragrance we're using is Sun and Sand. It's from New Directions. If you have never used this company, definitely go out and get this company. This is a great company. Their fragrance oils are fantastic. I absolutely love them. This one is from the USA and it is vegan certified and kosher certified. I do know that this particular oil has no parabens and a couple other items. I will get those listed up on the website. So it's a good scent. It's really cool. I love this one. It's got amber and musk and like a powder scent, almost like a baby powder, but not quite. It definitely has a walk on the beach scent, but it goes deeper than that. It's really super tropical, and that's what I wanted to do. I haven't done a tropical scent in a while or for the summer yet, so this is going to be the first one in the series that I do. So Sun and Sand will be renamed to a new one because I never name my soaps the same as this, so you'll go on and you'll see it when you see it. My colorings we're going to do today are really pretty. I have this beautiful, it's kind of, the color in the camera is not going to show you the color of what it actually is, but it's a pretty bronze. It's like a pinkish bronze, and it's just so beautiful. This is a one that I got. It's called Crimson Red Wine Mica Powder from Crafter's Choice. Go get it. It's a fantastic color. The camera does not do justice to this. It's that beautiful. And then we have Siesta Sunset Orange Mica. It's a pretty bright orange. And this one's a little darker in real life than it is in the camera. But when you put the two together, I'll show you. And it looks like a beautiful sunset. That's what I mean. Sun and Sand, I'm going to change the name to it because it's more of a sunset. There you go. There, I hope you guys can see that. Look at those pretty colors together. So that's what we're making today. Sun and Sand from New Directions. Go out and get that scent. It's absolutely fabulous. I love it. I have my molds ready. I have my other oils. Oh, that's what I need to do. Add my oil so it'll help cool down. It's been one of those weeks. That's what happens when you get, when I get sick. You know, when I come back from that, it's like, oh well. So let's add our oils, and that'll help if you're soaping at all. In order to help cool your soaps down, your hot oils down, or your butters in this case, because I heated up the hot butters. I don't add my oils until afterwards. And the reason for that is it helps cool the hot oils down and it makes the process faster. So I'm just going to scrape that off, put that in my little container over there. I'm going to turn this down so you can see what we're doing here. There we go. There. All right, so now we're going to add our hemp seed oil. I get this from quite a few places. It is a product of Canada, which I absolutely love. I wish I could get it locally. I have tried to find a supplier that was a local supplier, but unfortunately that just is not the case. All the suppliers I find it's coming from Canada, which is okay. I'll support my Canadian friends and neighbors. So, okay, now I'm adding the castor oil. I love adding castor oil. It gives soaps a nice sudsy, a nice suds. I'll say that, suds. Nice sudsy, foamy, fun time. All right, scraping all that goodness out of there because every drop counts. And now we're adding our last ingredient, which is our olive oil. Get those oils in there. Ooh, that's going to drip down. Let's just scrape the top off and get that to go a little bit faster there. All right. And now what will happen is as this sits, it will all cool down together. The cold oils bring the temperature of the hot butters down. Could I heat these all up and then let them cool down together? Yes. However, I like this process better because it seems to work better. By lowering those oils down, it works really well. Okay, so we're going to put that off to the side and put those in there. And then I'm going to gently just stir this up a little bit. My towel go. Hands are a little wet here. Move that out of the way. I'll take that over to the sink and wash it off here in a minute. I am really big on cleaning as I go, so you will see a lot of that when I do my videos, only just because it makes it easier for me. And that's just who I am. Okay, when I temped this before I started the camera, it was at 143. So let's see where we are at now and see how far that's dropped. 96 degrees. That shows you by adding the cold oils into the hot oils how much that temperature dropped. It dropped from 143 to 96 degrees, which would have been 43 degrees, if I'm calculating that right. Yeah, now it's dropping down even further. I also, see if you can see this down here. I also have my plastic bowl on a marble container. Marble is really good for making candies and other mostly for candies, but I use it a lot for cooling things down, putting my hot pads on or hot pans on it if I need to drop the temperature down really far. This marble naturally cools things down very fast. And so I can even touch the bottom of my bowl now where I couldn't a minute ago. So it shows you how fast this thing is sucking all that hot heatness out of it, and it's distributing it throughout its marble. And I love marble. If you can get a marble table like this, it's just literally little. I think I paid like $11 somewhere for it. Get one of these. It really helps when you're making soap, especially when it comes to cooling down. If you're doing lye, see, it's already coming down to 93. There's that. See, it's coming down very rapidly. And that's why I like using the marble. If you're using lye, definitely, well, I'm using lye, but I've pre-batched all of my lye containers into each soap batch. So all I have to do is open the container and dump it in and then go for it. But whenever you're doing your lye and you want to cool it down, put it on a piece of marble. It'll help cool that down really quick and get it into a plastic container that is I can't remember. It's a level 5 or above thickness. And in other words, lye you can't use a 1, 2, or a 3. You have to go to a level 5 setting on the bottom of your plastic container. I would show you on my plastic containers what that number is. However, the numbers on here are so small, you have to have a magnifying glass almost to use it, so I won't show you on this one. If I can find another bucket somewhere, I'll show you what the symbol looks like to look for, because that's what you really need. But we're going to continue to let this cool down. It'll take about an hour for me to get it down to the room temperature. Yeah, see, it's fluctuating between 95 and 96. So we're going to let this cool itself down. I'm just going to leave the spatula in there and let it soak. And then in about an hour, I'll come back and we will finish our soap. Talk to you all in a little bit. Bye. All right, everybody, welcome back. My oils and my butters are now cooled down and we are ready to soak this soap. Remember, we're going to be doing the sun and sand, and I've got 2 beautiful colors and my fragrance all poured out. I've got the rest of my ingredients ready to go in. My kale and clay, pull that off really carefully. You couldn't see that, but I wanted to be really careful that I didn't spill it because my animals are now up and running around a little bit, so you might hear them in the background, but we're going to be very, very careful and not soap. We're going to soap a little bit on the quick side, but not so fast that we have a problem. All right, so let me move some of this stuff around because I don't want to knock this over and I don't want the dogs to knock this over. Oh, goodness. All right, I think we got it all together. I think I'll put those 2 back there. Can't see what I'm doing, sorry, but I'll show you here in just a second. All right, so let's soap this soap. I'm going to turn the camera down here. There you go. Oh, good. I got my stuff for my mica. All right, so my temperature on my soaps right now is 77. I wanted to go another 2 degrees, but I just figured 77 is good enough. So we're going to leave it at that. Scrape this off here. Actually, no. We're going to do a couple things here. I'm going to burp that up. I'm going to move my cord and kind of wrap it around I have a jar sitting over here and I'm going to put that on there so it doesn't knock stuff over here. There we go. It looked like it was going to knock stuff over, so I want to make sure it didn't. All right, so we're going to burp that. I'll lay that down for just a second. Right there. Trying to find my bucket for my dumping stuff. I couldn't find it there. All right, so now we're going to pour the lye in. I don't have my gloves and stuff on, but I've been doing this enough times that I know what I'm doing. And I definitely encourage you to wear gloves when you're soaping like this. If you don't, it can get a little bit on the dangerous side, and I don't want you to get hurt. So I'm going to lay that there now. And see how extra careful I'm being. I'm not flipping this up in my face. I'm not scraping it fast or hard. I'm just doing it very, very gently. Why? Lye is very caustic, and if it touches your skin, it will burn. Now, I normally do have gloves and stuff on, and I probably should have done that, but I didn't this time. And I think what I'm going to do, lay that back down there, and I'm going to put this in the sink right away. All right, there we go. All done. All right, we're going to trace this to a light trace. Just enough to get everything mixed up, and then we'll add our other ingredients. So bear with me as I mix this up. Oh, it's acting weird today. There we go. All right. All we're doing is we're mixing this to make sure that both our oils, which mix very quickly. Look at that. That's smooth as a baby's bottom, and that's what we wanted. Do just a quick turn. A light trace basically means that if you can see on the stick here, your oils and your lye water have mixed together. I don't know if you saw it change here, but that's what happens. And that's done. I don't need to do any more. That was a really quick mix. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. I found that when I soap at a lower temperature, they actually mix better. Get that turned around. Actually, what I'm going to do is take this off. Put that in there. And when they mix better, it just works. Oops. Works better. All right. I am going to be very happy with this. I'm going to soap all that off. Now we're going to get underneath and get all this out. This looks really good batter. Yeah, it's all mixed. Perfect. That's what we want. All right, so I'm going to go set this in water now. I want to get my pattern working. Yes, I did have my gloves. I just didn't put them on because the dogs were active and I wanted to get that done right away. So sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. All right, so I'm going to add my kale and clay next. This is splashing on me today. Move that back down. Get my whisk. And all I'm going to do is mix this in. I have kale and clay. I love to add it to my soaps. It just makes for a really smooth soap. And it's really good for your skin. I don't have the benefits laying in front of me, but definitely go look them up. And add, I love adding clay to my soaps. I will add activated charcoal. I'm trying to find my rose clay and I can't find it. So I think I may have to order some more. I may be out of it. But that's okay. I'm going to mix that up just gently, just trying to get rid of all the lumps in it. Kale and clay, I sipped it every once in a while, but today I didn't. It looked pretty powdery, so I didn't worry about it. And this is not clumped up at all by any means. So we're just going to gently do this here. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit that I normally don't do. I'm going to go ahead and add my fragrance oil now. Sometimes the fragrance oils can speed up the process of what you're trying to do, so you want to be careful adding them. However, I have worked with this one before and I know it's going to be okay. At least it should be with what I'm doing. Let's see how that goes. Oh wow, this soap smells really good. And it's not seizing up anytime soon, so that's a good thing. All right, so I'm going to take this marble away since that's a good batter. Get this out of my way. Only because I have to split this batter off into this. Well, that's why everything's wet. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit of this in here because I want to color this. Yes, my hands are clean. Two really pretty. I want this one to be the orange. Let's see. I don't think I need that much of this color. I think it's going to color up really well. If not, I will add more. Yep, I need more. One for kind of like a sunset color. One thing I love about micas is you can add as much or as little as you want to. There's really no rule to it. I like to add to color. And this one's oranging up really nice and the batter is staying nice. Go a little bit darker there. Not much. I think we're just about to the color I want. I'm sure you can see that right there. I'm push this over so you can see. It's kind of a light orange. I want a little bit darker. I wanted a little bit of a bright, oop, pour that in there too. Poured that on my hands. Just go a little bit darker. I don't know if you can see that. I guess you can, can't you? Yeah, I have a little bit on my hands. That's right. And what I like about the micas is when the soap is done. Oh, look at that beautiful orange. It will actually go a little bit darker. And that's what I wanted. Look at that soap. Oh my goodness, I'm really happy with this. All right, so I'm going to put that aside for just a second because I'm going to mix this other color up. I only wanted a little bit of this in it. And I think, look at that, how that bloomed on there. Where's my little, this one. This soap is acting so nice. Look at that beautiful color. Oh my goodness. That is exactly what I was going for. See if I can get all that in there. Yep. Nice, beautiful color in that. You see that? It is so pretty. All right, so the two of them together worked out perfectly. It looks like a beautiful sunset. Let me do this really quick, and we're going to pour this in the mold because it is ready to go. Put that over there. Watch out, watch out. Spun that out of my hands. Fortunately, it did not land on the floor, and it did not make a huge mess. And it didn't hit the dogs. They distracted me just briefly, and that's why we have to be careful. Okay, let's pour this all in. In fact, I'll leave a little bit on for the top. Just leave that little bit there. Oh, I'm so happy with this soap. All right, let's pull this out. I might need a little bit more mixing, it looks like. All right, let's mix that a little bit more. A little drip there, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so this soap is working really, really well. I'm very, very happy with it. Stream it on in here. A little bit on the edge. Oop, not much to top on the top. That's okay, we won't worry about it. All right, this soap is perfect. I'm gonna wipe everything down here. I'm not sure what happened, but I got water all over my counter. All right, so let's twirl this in. Get our swirls in. Do it the other way. Oh, this soap is going to be so pretty. Oh, wow. I don't even want to touch it anymore. I'm very happy with it, just the way it is. And now, I was going to let this thicken up a little bit, but put it on the top. But I think what I'm going to do is just pour it right down the center and twirl again. Because this soap is nice and soft and it's working just perfectly. Actually, I'm not going to swirl it anymore. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Just leave it for the top. I'll turn this around a little bit so I can get that in there. And then I'll pour the last red on the top, and that'll be a really pretty swirl. You guys will see what I'll do here. This soap is working perfectly. Let's pour that on there. And for the rest of this, I'll just scrape it out and just go like this. There's a reason why I have the topper on here, and I will show you that in just a second. Whoops, a little spillage there. Don't like to do that, but that's okay. Get every little drop out of here as I can. I like to give it to the customers. I don't like to keep it in the garbage. That's just who I am. And now that we've got this, let's just do this one. And we're just going to do a center right there. Right down the middle. A lot of people have asked me, how did you get going in soaps? Well, I'll tell you what. I had a Girl Scout leader who was blind years and years ago. And I learned how to make soaps from her. We did a little soap thing one day and it was really fun. And I have fallen in love with soaps ever since. All right, here's our soap. I'm going to let this sit for a minute because we have to let this solidify just a little bit because I can't do the twirls until then and it's not quite ready to do it. So there's the soap. Put that there so you can see it. I'm going to do a fast cleanup and just move all this stuff out of the way. Wash my hands really good. So anyway, that's how I got into soap, was when I was a young Girl Scout. I had fun doing it. It was a blast. Amongst other things, I had a really good teacher. She did everything she could to make sure that we learned what we could. We did ceramics, and she was a real crafty person, and it was really fun. And for someone who was blind, I was very impressed with her because she was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I cannot remember her name to save the life of me, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to see if this is ready to soap. It may not be. Oh, yep, it is. Look. Let's get this going here. Look at that pretty sunset. Look, can you see that okay? Reached up there. Canceling a phone call. I'm filming this on my phone actually today, so... Look at those colors. Oh my God, I'm so glad I picked these two colors. This is going to be a beautiful soap when I'm done with it. Oops, overspill. Put that in there. All right, look at that beauty. All right, let's do this side. Oops, too far over. It'll settle itself down. Leave some of that ribbon, red ribbon there. This looks like a perfect sunset. I think I'm going to probably call this Sunset Rise or something. Because the scent is just like it. It smells so good in my house right now. I love the scent of this soap. All right. There we go. It's going to take a few more minutes for it to settle itself, for it to really get to the point where I can do this a second time. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. So what I'm going to do, I'll let that sit for a second, grab myself a paper towel so I can clean up these edges. There we go. And then by then it should be ready for me to do it again. Oh, I have no paper towels. All right. Well, the washcloth works just as well. Goes in my soap bin, so it's not a big deal. I like that the way it is, but I think I'm going to do this one more time and see if I can't get it to level itself up a little bit more. I mean, I really love the way this turned out. Yeah, there it goes. Look at those colors and how they're mixing. This is going to be one beautiful soap. This soap will take 1 week to sit in solidify solidly so I can sell it. So the availability of this one for sale will be in about 1 week. When it's available, I will try and let you guys know, but I do have other soaps available if you are interested in them. I did list all the soaps that I have been making up, except for the melt and pour stuff. I have to go back and do a little bit of research with those and make sure that I properly list what is actually in them, because I have not done that yet. And so that will be coming up this next week. And also I have my bath fizzies I will be listing up on my website, which I have not done yet. I have not had a chance to do them. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. The picture in real life is nothing like what it is on the camera. It's so much better in real life. Let's see if I can tap that down. I'm not going to touch the soap anymore because it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm very happy with it. And there's nothing more I need to do with it except to add my signature topping. So here we go. I always like to add these crystals to the top. This kind of adds like a little bit of a shimmer to it. Which makes it look like a shimmer on the sea. And there is our Sun and Sand soap. I did this a little bit darker because I wanted it to be more of a sunset type soap, because the scent is just like you were sitting on the beach. It smells so fantastic. Put that on there. I think we're good here. Maybe a couple more there. Make sure we tap it all down gently so that it all sits. Oh, I didn't want to do that so far. That went down a little bit too far. We'll have to do something about that. All right, and so now where'd my other one go? Oh, yep. So now what we're going to do, I don't have a mister, but I do have good fingers, and we're just going to just do a little bit on the top there. So there you have it, folks. Just a light sprinkling to make it look like the sea. Put my fingers in there. I love this mica. All right. There you have it, folks. Our Sun and Sand soap. Let me put that up to this so you can see it. I absolutely love this soap. Available in 1 week. So there you have it, folks. Our Sun and Sand. This is going to sit overnight, and then I will do a cutting tomorrow, and I will add that onto the video here. And I will see you back tomorrow. I'll clean the edges up here. Where's my washcloth at? Forgot to do that. Let's do that real quick, because those edges look pretty nasty. We want to have a nice clean soap. There we go. Oh, not so clean. I'll have to clean that up too. Whew. There we go. Careful not to hit the soap itself. That's okay. It's easier to do it with a paper towel, but I didn't have any. I forgot to bring some in from the garage earlier. All right, there you go. All ready to go and for sale. I'm so excited about that. Let that sit overnight, and I will cut it tomorrow, and I will hopefully be able to cut it with my new cutter. It's on its way. We'll see. There you go. There you have it. Sun and Sand soap. It smells so good. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this morning. I'm so happy that you were here. Like and subscribe if you want to know more about these soaps. And remember, my website is finally up, so you can go and get all of my soaps and all of my bath bombs. My website is Jemminz.com. I have linked it down below for you guys. So have fun shopping, and I wish you all a great day. Bye. Hi, everyone. Here's the progress of our soap that we made earlier today. As you can see, it's already starting to change into the darker color. The soap is coming together really beautifully, and it is drying very nice. It is still very hot, which is part of the process. So it'll be another, probably till tomorrow before I can take it out of its mold, because it's super hot. But there was something else I wanted to reveal to you guys. Look what came. This was the package I was waiting for. I did earlier get my molds, so they are put in my box ready to go. But this was the second package that I needed to be able to make my kids soaps. Let's see. So we're just going to try and reveal it here the best we can. I got more hemp seed oil. And then I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to try and see if I can open this up one-handed here. Maybe not. Oh, boy, that is really on there. Let's see if I can open it this way. Here we go. It's hard to do things one-handed when you have a camera in your hand. All right, and we have, there's my gingerbread man oil. Yay! I'm so excited to get this. That was one of the missing oils that I needed. And then, looks like the package is empty. And there is my, all right, here is my bright colors that I needed. I got the blues, the reds, the yellow, the orange, and the purple. This was for our toddler and kid soaps. So now, as you can see, it's kind of stuck. Ah, it's stuck to the, something stuck to it. Got it off. And get that out of the way. So as you can see, I am ready to soap now. Yay! Get those out of there. Oh. Yay! So there's Banana Boat Yellow, Boombox Blue, and you can see how dark blue that is, or how bright blue that is. That was the one I wanted to do for the other soap. And there's the yellow. And then here's the bright orange. This one's called, whoops, there it is, Adobe Orange. Can't wait to use that. This one is Raspberry Red, but it is a really red color. It's not raspberry at all. And then I got another purple. This one is Amethyst Purple. Purple's my favorite color, and I'm going to be doing some soaps with it. So, yay, I got some soaps in. My next two oils are from New Directions also. I'm going to do, because I know these are popular and I wanted to get them done, white tea and ginger. And my next one is green tea and white pear. And both of them smell fabulous. Those will be the next two soaps I do, as well as my toddler soaps. So we are ready to go. Here's one last look of my soap that we made this morning. And I'm super excited. We are in full production now. Oh, if you're interested in these soaps and all of my products, go to www.jemminz.com. Link is down below. Thanks, everybody, for this quick, short break. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, and we yesterday did a soap that was a sun and sand scented soap with musk and amber scents and other scents into it. And it's ready to cut. And I have my cutter here ready to go. We're going to test a new one. It's a wire cutter like this. This is nice and tight and ready to go. So I thought I'd give it a try. I do have a special announcement coming. I did acquire a full bar cutter. It is on its way. I just found out that it cleared customs last night, and it is going to be here Monday, and I cannot wait for that. I was going to wait and cut this till Monday, but typically after 2 days, you don't really want to cut your soaps. You want to try and cut them right after the first 24 hours of making it. So you let your soap sit for 24 hours, or at least up to that. I think this one sat for maybe 18, 19 hours, which is good because it's done. I've tested the sides of it, and it's really hard, so I know it's working. And then you want to cut your soaps, and then let your soap sit for a week or two, and let the water, if there's any water content, let it bleed out, and then your soaps are ready for sale. That's just been my experience with the recipe that I'm using. Everybody's recipe is different, so get out there and experiment and have some fun. So let's get to cutting, because this soap is so beautiful. I'm so ecstatic and so excited about it after what we did yesterday. I just cannot wait. And later on today, excuse me, I'm either going fishing if my weather doesn't turn around. We have got pouring down rain this morning here at the house, so not sure what we're going to be doing this afternoon. It's supposed to clear up, so I'll either be doing another soap or I will be fishing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So here we go. Here's the soap. I'm going to put it up close. As you can see, it's hard and ready to cut. I already pulled it out of its hard mold. I didn't pull it out of the soft mold yet because I wanted to wait. And I'm going to wash my hands because we want to be very, very sterile when we work with our soaps. So I will be right back. Don't forget to use soap. Even though we're working with soap, we want to make sure we use soap. All right. Hands are nice and clean. Wipe my hands down. Get that all good. All right, let's soap this soap. Okay, so what I really need to do is I have this little box. This is what I keep my soaps in while they're drying, and I have a little paper towel in there. So when I open this up, I'm going to put it right in there. Actually, I should probably just put it in the soap mold. I already sterilized my soap mold, so we're good to go. I have not pulled this away. I just did it. Ooh, we have a good soap here. You guys are going to like this. Oh yeah, I wish you guys could see down inside here because this looks really good. Let me turn this down and you guys can see what I'm doing here. Excuse me. My throat's a little dry this morning. Look at the reveal of this soap. I'm gonna pull this up. Oh wow. It's really nice and hard. Oh my god, this soap smells so yummy in here. I'm just gonna set that aside there. Look at that. And then I'll turn it around this way. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the marbling down here. This is going to be really pretty when we cut this. All right, so here's my soap mold. I'm going to turn it over. Excuse me. My throat's a little dry this morning. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do, for whatever reason, the soap mold's a little bit off, but that's okay. I still cannot wait to get my new one. All right, so let's try this bar. This is the first time using it. So let's see what happens. Ooh, it cuts really well, actually. Oh my gosh, this cuts so much better than my other one. I'm really liking this cut. Okay, to remember that I can go all the way down. Okay, there's our marbling on our soap. Isn't that so pretty? That is perfect. Those will be cut up for samplers if you're interested in a sampler. Put that back, push that back. Okay, so let's go to cut number 2. Remember, I'm cutting very, very gently. And then I'm going to saw the bottom of that off. And hopefully this will work. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And the smell in this house right now is phenomenal. This is a really good cutter. I'm very glad I got this. This is a good backup. I see what happens. Some of the crystals fall off and they get in my way of being able to cut it all the way down. Can't get that out of there. I'll have to remember that when I'm doing this. Okay, so see what I like about this cutter is it actually goes all the way down and it does slice all the way down. There we go. I'll clean those edges up. As you saw, my hands are clean, so put a dent in that one. There. These soaps will sit for a week and then they will be available for sale, which I cannot wait. A little sliver there. I'll just stick it in the box. All right. Okay, let's keep going and see how else this turned out. I'm really happy with this. It wants to hang up somewhere. All right, let me just bring this up and we'll just keep cutting. So it looks like that's what it wants to do. It's cutting really well. I got this cutter off of Amazon. And it's really doing well. I'm very happy with it. Only thing I don't like about this cutter is it locks it in. You can't slide out, which means you have to pull it apart and pull it back up, which is okay. I don't have a problem doing that, but it makes it really hard. But my cut lines are phenomenally straight, and that's what I was looking for. Okay. All right, so this last one we're going to bring up a little bit, is if I can get it to do it. I want to keep it all together here, so let's see if I can pick up the bar. It's still a little on the soft side. I can see it. Oh, you know what? We don't need to do that. All right. Let's see what this bar has. I'm going to lift my camera up just a little bit so you can see as I pull these apart, because these are really pretty. Look at that. I was able to get the marbling down. Doesn't that look like a pretty sunset? I think I'm going to rename this one Tropical Sunset or something, because it's a beautiful. And the scent is very tropical. It smells tropical. The only thing I don't like is the edge here, because it didn't cut all the way down, and I'm not sure why. So I'll have to, when I get my other wire cutter, it won't do this. And that's the reason why I'm getting it. Wow, there you go. Last two pieces. So that soap turned out really good. I'm very, very happy with it for the most part. Let me pour those crystals in there. So you can get this wire cutter off of Amazon if you're interested. I absolutely love this wire cutter. It's actually really, really good. The only downside to it is it does have the grooves in the bottom. However, I couldn't get the wire to go all the way down. So the last part of my bar, I had to break it apart, and I don't like that. So it didn't give me a smooth cut. So, you can smooth the edges out if your soap's soft enough. Let me pull this up here. There we go. I don't have my remote today for some reason. I don't know where it went to. You can pull the soaps up, or let me rephrase that. Sorry. It's really early in the morning. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning here where I'm at. As you can see, I'm still trying to wake up a little bit. The new wire cutter I have, it cuts all the way down and there's a base below it. And that's what I was looking for. That way I can get a clean cut when I cut my soaps. This one does have it does leave an edge, and it doesn't cut all the way down. Even though the mold has grooves in it, the wire doesn't want to go all the way down. How do we do that? Well, there's a couple of ways I can actually work with that. And I think probably I'll do a second demo of it and show you guys how to do that. What I did in my mold is I brought my soap all the way to the edge, as you saw. And maybe what I can do is just not do that. Just measure it out and cut the first end off here, and then just move my soaps forward. And that might help me be able to get down into this bottom groove, because you can see the bottom groove here, but the soap wire wouldn't go down in there. And I don't know if it's because of the crystals I was using preventing it from doing that, or whether it was something else. I'm not quite sure. It smells so good in here. Oh, I cannot wait to release this soap next week. Oh my goodness. I may put it up on the website later on today. It just depends on what we're doing. If you guys are interested in this soap, it is actually ready to go. It is a soap. It's just very, very soft, and you want to be careful with it. And I don't like to mail my soaps off this soft. This is a little softer than I thought. My hands are clean, so it's okay. But as you can see, I can indent this pretty easily, and it doesn't. It's too soft. It needs to be hard. So, but that's okay. So there you have it, folks. We have our first cut of our new soap, which is, this one's called Sun and Sand, but I'll probably call it something else. It's the first line of my Tropicals series. I have done a new formula for the Tropics. I have a new soap coming. I'm really excited about it because it's so full of nourishing butters and oils that I've decided to create that instead of my hemp. Well, I'm still going to do my hemp oil blend in my soaps, because that's where my main business is. But I know some of you don't like to use hemp. And so I'm in the process of creating a new recipe where the hemp is left out. And I have that recipe. I actually completed it last night. I just now have to get the supplies in so I can start making it. And some of those supplies are a little bit on the expensive side. So, but this is a pure tropical soap that has so many benefits to it that I cannot wait to bring it out to you guys. And it will only have tropical scents. So it's going to be a 100% true tropical soap that I'll be making. And I'm really excited. Most soap makers out there, they're just they have one recipe, and that's the only recipe they do, and they don't do anything else. They don't do any experimenting. I like to experiment, so you're going to find a lot of different soaps for me and a lot of different blends, and hopefully I can find a blend that you all like. And if you ever see a blend that you like that I don't have in a scent, let me know and I can make that for you. So right now I have the hemp. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if you are interested in any type of scent or flavors. I do have a lot of sitting there that I still are working on. I'm slowly going through them one at a time. I did get my new gingerbread man for Christmas, so that is going to be the soap I'm going to do. And then I have 2 other ones that are brand new. I probably won't get to them next week because I want to try and work on my toddler soaps. Here again, it just depends on what happens with our weather this weekend, if I can get any more soap made. I did pick up some more supplies last night, and I need to pick up some more hemp butter. But we're sitting here just waiting to get stuff done, and I'm not, like I said, it takes 2 hours to soap. So from beginning to end, and I already have my lye water ready to go, so that's not a holdup. The holdup is the hour to 2 hours it takes for my butters to cool down to be able to do them, because I don't want to pre-batch those in my house. The butters will seize up at some point and get hard, and if I let them sit for too long, they'll go back into solidification or go solid again, and I don't want that. So I try to use those, you know, fresh right off the bat, only because of the fact that they solidify after a time. My house, fortunately, we keep it at about 74, 75 degrees. So the likelihood of them seizing, or not seizing, but solidifying back up again is pretty slim. I think what I'll do is I'll do a test batch once I get my new product in and see if that actually happens. And then if I can do that, what I'll do is I'll get my stove going and I'll do 4 or 5 batches, and I will, you know, just go in and do those batches for everybody, because that would be really cool if I could, you know, pre-batch some of this stuff for you and then just get in and just film it and get it done for you all. Like I said, I got my toddler colors in, which is what I was waiting for. I got my toddler molds in, so those are a project that's coming up. I've got my gingerbread man for my first one for my Christmas holiday season. It's coming up. Like I said in my videos before, I'm going to go ahead and put my holiday stuff up on the site. You guys can purchase that year round, so don't feel like you have to rush to get it. Although if you want it, and you know, definitely get it in advance, because come towards the holidays, things are going to get really busy for me here at the house. And, you know, there's only so much time that I can do. When you work retail like I do, I'll probably end up going full time. I'm only part time right now, but once the holidays hit, I will probably be full time, and then I will have no time for soaping. So that's why I'm doing a lot of this early, because of my upcoming work schedule. And I've been in retail for over 30 plus years. So this is a cyclic thing that I do every year. I'm so used to it. So, you know, I'm going to do my best to soap in between work and try and get that done. That's like the main reason why I want to get all these holiday stuff done early enough and get them up on the website, only because of my time frame that's coming up for the holidays. It may not happen. I may be part-time still, you know, I never know. And if that's the case, then I can continue to soap throughout those days that I'm off, and that would be really fun. I would love to be able to continue to soap with you guys. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if there's something you're interested in, or if you just want to let me say hello. Hello, everybody. And then I also have my website is finally up. It is running fully. These soaps will go up in about a week. I'll do a couple more projects and get those up. I will probably list these, look for them. This is Saturday, probably next Friday I will list them. So look for this next Thursday, Friday, which is going to be the 19th. No, 18th. I think it's June 18th is next Friday. I don't have my calendar in front of me. I'm sorry. I can't look at that right away. But, oh wait, I have a calendar behind me. So that would be June 18th. Look for that soap. If it's looking like it's going to solidify harder sooner, I will list it. If it's still really soft, I will hold off. So around the 18th is when I will have that done. And that would be really cool for you guys, because I'd love to get this up and get this in there so you guys can start purchasing it. I love this soap. It turned out so pretty. Oh, I didn't show you the top of the soap here. Let me show you. So here's another look at our soap that we made. Look at that pretty coloring. It looks like a sunset, doesn't it? Look at the dark rays of the sun popping off of there. And then there's the top. put it up close so you guys can see. And my camera adjusts for the, so you can see it. So there you go. There's our sun and sand soap. This will be renamed probably, I'm thinking tropical sunset because it smells. Oh, it smells just like a tropical sunset. All right, you guys, have a great day, great Saturday. I'm going to go off fishing this afternoon, or I'm soaping. I'm just going to go with the flow today. That's all I can do. I'm finally feeling better. I'm getting back on my feet, even though I'm not quite awake yet. It's a little early still, but that's okay. That's the way life goes. Anyway, you all have a great weekend, and I wish you all the best. Bye.